It was always a dream to fly on 747-800, so I jumped on the opportunity when I saw the flight by Lufthansa. They had a last minute switch. They switched 747-800 to 747-400, but was still pretty good enough. This is the first look at our plane, which will be taking us across the pond from Washington DC Dulles Airport to Frankfurt Airport in Germany. A little over 6,000 kilometers. Takes about 8.5 hours. The boarding started on time. This is the first look at the cabin as we get inside the 747-400. The cabin was pretty busy, I think partly because they switched from 747-800 to 400, probably fewer seats. As we enter the cabin, we had our first look at the seats. This is still the old style Lufthansa business class. The configuration is 222. So you have two seats on the right, two seats on the left, and two in the middle. There's no too little privacy. These seats are very open, but you do get lay flat seats in business class, so that's good. As you can see, as we get settled, the seat is comfortable. It's definitely showing its age, but the seat is comfortable, as you'll see, and as you will notice, the padding is still pretty okay. The TV screen in the front is definitely very dated. Looks like it's pretty far away. One benefit of these old style business class seats is it does give you a lot of leg space. The controls are a little clunky, but once they start operating, then they're okay to operate. You have different options here to put the seat in lounge position or like a comfortable position, make it a seat which you need to keep it upright at the time of taking off or landing. And once you have these options, you can also kind of see how the seat looks like in 180-degree lay flat or lie flat bed position. So that's how it looks like, as you can see here. Since it's a flight during the night time, the light situation gets a little difficult depending on when the cabin lights are on or off. But here you can see how you can switch the seat back from the lie flat position to the upright position. Motion is okay, not as smooth or as fast as some of the newer business class seats. Still gets the job done. And this is your look at the tray table, which is positioned inside on the side of the seat. Takes a little bit of an effort just because of its age. But once you take it out, there is good amount of space and you can move it around. This is your view of the takeoff. Always love this view of the engines from the window. Always a fascinating view. This is what Washington DC looked like in the night. This flight was in January 2023, so it's been a while. It was in the middle of the cold weather here. But all in all, it was a pretty smooth takeoff. Once you're at a high altitude, you get a hot towel. This is your first look at what the menu looks like. There were some decent food options in the menu. There were some good options for appetizers as well as main courses. The drinks menu was pretty comprehensive, so you'll definitely have enough options if you're interested in some hard and soft drinks on board. The dinner service started swiftly once we were at a right altitude. This is the pre-dinner drink. You have the option to get the beverage of your choice, and then some warm nuts were served. This is your look at the appetizer. The bread was pretty nice and warm. It's the shrimp appetizer with some salad. This was the other appetizer with some cheese and some vegetables and the bread. Bread was nice and warm. This is your look at the main course. This was the vegetarian dish. This was the vegetarian, as well as the other one was the chicken dish. The taste was good. This was the cheese plate as one of the dessert. Dessert was kind of a disappointment. Not a huge fan of cheese, so this wasn't something that I enjoyed. One thing I did enjoy was these chocolates that they gave after the dessert service, so that was a nice touch. These were nice quality chocolates as well. After dinner, a quick look at the bathroom. The bathroom was pretty well stocked. You had some good options here. A lot of the things that you get in the amenity kit were available here. They did not give out amenity kits, and for some reason, they gave everyone premium economy amenity kits, which were not that great. The bathroom was kept clean throughout, so that's good. This is a look at the in flight entertainment. Had a lot of different options for movies and shows, but the screen is definitely showing its age. I kept trying the touchscreen, which didn't work very well, but the remote thing worked, so that was good. Headphones, very basic. Not really noise cancellation, but get the job done while you're in the air. The pillow and blanket were nice quality. The pillow was fluffy and comfortable. And the blanket was pretty good as well. It looked like it had been recently changed or updated. It looked like it wasn't too old, so that was good. Here's a quick look at the outside views. Again, always like and admire these views of the engines. One thing that I really loved about 747s is the feeling when you get on the stairs to go to the upper deck from the lower deck, so that was fun. I would just fly 747 again just for this experience. This was the amenity kit which I was talking about earlier. This was a premium economy amenity kit, so it was weird that they gave these out to the business class passengers. Probably when the planes were switched, they didn't have enough kits or some other reason, but that was a bummer. It had some basic necessities though, like all the dental kit stuff, some lotions and potions, and few other things. The socks and the eye mask were good quality, so I'll give that to Lufthansa. And here you can see all the other things that were in the amenity kit as well. Overall, pretty well below average. Breakfast was your usual airplane affair. The croissant was nice and warm, so I'll give them that. The rest of the stuff, the yogurt, the fruits, and the egg options were decent as well. By then, the 8.5 hours were up and we were landing in Frankfurt. The bed was decent. I got some decent sleep. Again, the privacy could be better. These seats are obviously showing their age. Cannot wait to try the new Allegris business class launched by Lufthansa. But again, the fun of flying a 747 never gets old. But overall, if you get a decent points deal, this is still one of those things that I would not mind trying again. But otherwise, I would probably be looking at other business class options, which are much better in terms of the value that you get out of your overall business class experience. The landing was pretty smooth, and just like that, we were in Frankfurt, Germany. Talking about the price that I paid for this flight, the cash price can range wildly, anywhere from $3,000-$4,000 to $7,000 or even upwards one way. I ended up paying around 70,000 Air Canada airplane points plus about $95 in taxes and fees, so it ended up being a pretty good deal. You can still find some of these deals around as well. So thank you for watching, and do share your experience if you have traveled Lufthansa and their 747s. Until we see you again, thanks.